Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This taken in at the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. Room to maneuver at the 35. Touchdown, Detroit! Christian Watson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, is how he's going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is it going to bring linebackers, secondary? This will be fun to check out.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Buying time to his left. And maybe out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties and better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
To throw, Williams. Flush to his right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. That's caught. It's Austin left side. But he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
His throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Williams. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards. And they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Their own 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go. Strike. HD Carp, 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Collins, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Matt Judon there to bring him down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
On the double. Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll get maybe a couple with that up to the 46.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Dragon 60. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Here's Daniels. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nico Collins, 40 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. For this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At their own 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Rolling to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To the air, Williams. That's taken in by Kraft. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space. But there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw is Williams. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting a lot in the last couple of games.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists that get through the posts.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready? 19-18. Ready, ready?
Throw left side complete. That's Walker. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can go big.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
60 by 18.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Daniels. He's got the tight end. That's Gaskin. He'll go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. First down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. Looking for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tucker Kraft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hot 70, hot 70.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime,
they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Williams. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Williams. Left sideline, a dive, and looks like he's got it. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Allen now with a chance to run. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and only 2nd down.
Anytime your offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold them to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Operating from the gun, Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Williams. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
They'll go. Here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
To throw, Williams. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Second and 1.
Volunteer.
Throwing is Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Puka Nacua from 17 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
Bears 19, Lions 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same and what they plan to do on offense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Benson. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard line.
Trap 50, trap Buffalo 18. Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Let go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Daniels going to throw for it. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Play action. Now Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Hampton. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
He couldn't get it right. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
14. Jake Elliott sets to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game behind them.
3rd down and 6. It looks like they'll move things around here. To throw is Daniels. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-and-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Daniels. And caught up. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has him. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. to the air. Williams. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Here now, second and goal.
Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. Right side to Watson.
Completed pass, brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter. You're going. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And that will force a turnover on downs. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run this with Austin. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Chicago, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they will fall to